Chapter 29. The Sea-Bound Company. On reaching the beach, the sons at once pushed the largest boat in front of us, which we boarded forthwith, settling down on the readied benches. The two sons took to the oars, and our vessel left shore with dispatch. Besides myself in my ship, there were Cyrenius, the youth Joso, the old Marcus and Peter, John and Jacob, James. All the other disciples, together with Cyrenius's entire retinue, followed us in the other boats. The big net, folded appropriately, was also in our boat. About 5 field length from shore, Marcus asked, saying, "Lord, command us where to cast the net." Say I, "In due course I shall do so, but not here or now. We have been upon the water hardly a half hour, and shall not disturb its quiet, or awaken its spirits, who could in the end tease us, but shall cast the net out towards evening, west, and nearer to the safety of shore. But for now we shall just rest with the quiet sea. But if anyone has a question for me, let him ask." Says Cyrenius, "What is conspicuous about Marcus's household is that, although his two sons are, one could say, gigantic of strength, his 4 eldest daughters appear to be just as strong at the oars. You, Marcus, were once quite an athlete, but your sons have excelled you by far." Says Marcus, "Indeed, but their strength seems extraordinary even to me today, because their oars play so mightily and busily that the boat glides over the sea surface as if driven by a storm. Verily, moving like this, one could in a half day get as far as Kis or even Sabara, which normally is 2 days' work. Like this, one could get to Gennesareth in 2 hours, and to Gisera in 4. If my old eyes don't deceive me, then I'm already seeing the high mountain, which on our left hides the city of Gennesareth. It still looks a deep blue and hence distant, but that says nothing. Every ever so deep blue distance has to make way for such speed. I cannot, however, sufficiently admire my two sons' enduring strength. There you, O Lord, will bound to play a part with your omnipotent will." Say I, "Well, dear friend Marcus, I have to be involved in endlessly diverse ways with my wanting and willing, wherever there is a becoming, being, and enduring, from the greatest to the smallest, or the endless space should soon be bereft of beings. And thus my will could very well be active within your sons." Say the 3 disciples on board among themselves, "This really is peculiar about our Lord and Master. On some occasions he speaks as the exclusive Lord of heaven and earth, and acts accordingly, but from time to time is completely human again and does not give any hint of his deity. Everything he says and does is, of course, incomprehensibly wise, but that he should in the not too distant future permit himself to be manhandled even unto death by Pharisees in Jerusalem, with all his godly power and wisdom, this is something one can by no means call wise. Because what does mankind ultimately gain by such abuse? It shall in the end be confounded, saying, Behold the destiny of the mighty one becoming a victim of the yet mightier ones. He who awakens the dead and moves mountains surely should be capable with one word to annihilate the temple brood. In Noah's time, all mankind but for Noah and his small family had to go under. Yet mankind was then far less evil than they are generally today. And it is because mankind today is in the main so wicked that it could not easily be more wicked, that he wants to allow himself to be abused, rather than punishing them more severely than in the days of Sodom and Noah. In short, some deeds on the part of his divine side are far more incomprehensible than anything that ever had an existence.